Hello guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here, and breaking news, Round-Based Zombies is finally returning to Call of Duty Vanguard with a round-based version of Shi No Numa dropping tonight within the Mid-Season 1 Reloaded update, which is going to be releasing at midnight Eastern Time, which is 5 AM UK time, and I will be covering everything in the update here on my channel. Treyarch are absolutely saving the day here. I really didn't think they were going to be adding round-based Shi No Numa. We even have information on Black Ops Cold War's Year 2, as well as a future DLC Zombies map coming and a bunch of other stuff. I will leave a link to Treyarch's blog post down in this video's description where all of this information is coming from, but first of all I have a quick message before I jump into the blog. Today's video has been kindly sponsored by the infamous Raid Shadow Legends, available on computers and mobile devices. What I like most about the game is the endless replayability and grinding that the game has to offer, which even most fully priced games don't have nowadays. With Raid, you can enhance your character in many different ways with varying rarity. This means there's always something to grind even when you beat some of the hardest clan bosses. Recently, they have released their biggest, baddest, and scariest boss yet, the Hydra. This thing is the ultimate beast, a super-powered clan boss that's like many bosses rolled into one. It's got multiple different heads as it is a Hydra, and each one has unique mechanics. It can share the pain and push damage from itself onto your team. It can scare your champions, roll them from the inside, cloak itself in a cloud of poison, and do a ton of crazy things. If you can cut off its head though, it exposes its neck, and it's an open season. You can deal out some insane damage before it grows back a new head. The whole battle is like a crazy tactical puzzle box, always revealing new challenges even in the middle of the fight. This thing is definitely one of the toughest fights in the game, but it's absolutely worth it because it can get you some of the best artifacts around. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to take it down, but I'm having a ton of fun testing things out and experimenting with new strategies. A bunch of new stuff has recently been added to the game as they are giving away a super limited edition champion to every player. Some of you may recognize him, it's the esports legend and Navi superstar Simple, which you can get between now and January 28th. Simple's limited edition champion is available for free to both new and old players. All you have to do is log in for 7 days between now and January 28th and he is yours. If you miss that date, you miss out forever. He's awesome, so you definitely don't want to wait around. What's more is that there's a ton happening throughout January. To start off, Raid's releasing a bunch of new awesome champions along with a brand new faction wars crypt for one of my favorite factions, the Shadowkin. It's going to be amazing and I can't wait for the crypt to open so I can dive in and see what it's all about. On top of that, there's a ton of New Year's events and tournaments, including a special fusion event where you can get one of Raid's newest legendary champions. So with all that being said, if you are enticed, this is the best time to get started in Raid, so check out the link in the description to claim some free resources and a free mystery champion straight away to kickstart your game. Who they are is a secret, but trust me, they are awesome. Click the link below and see which champion you will get. So let's get into the blog. So it starts off by saying what's to come in Vanguard Zombies. It says every January the 15th, which is 115 Day known to fans, obviously referring to Element 115, we traditionally take a moment to share a preview of what's to come in Zombies. And as luck would have it, our next major update arrives this week, which I guess this was written a little bit ago. I don't know why it's taken so long for this blog to release, because this update literally releases tonight and it is only just released around 11 hours before the update goes live. So we were expecting this blog post to go live yesterday, and for some reason it didn't, so there must have been some sort of delay for that. But yeah, obviously this weekend is 115 Day, the 15th of January, but that is a Saturday. So because it is a Saturday and they don't typically post on weekends, they decided to post their 115 Day blog post early in the week. Anyways, they continue on with the blog saying, as always, we'd like to thank everyone in the Zombies community for all of the feedback and support over the years. Going all the way back to the beginning in World at War, your passion and imagination are what drive us to innovate, iterate, and take some creative risks along the way when crafting new Zombies experiences. We've been soaking up feedback throughout the past year of Black Ops Cold War and the launch of Vanguard, and the team has been hard at work on bringing new content and features to Zombies in the weeks, months, and years to come. While our latest incarnation in Vanguard takes an entirely new roguelike approach to the mode, we know our players also want the option to fight never-ending waves of zombies and grind weapon camos with no downtime in between rounds. This week's update delivers on that feedback plus much more. So yeah, Vanguard Zombies has been very poorly received, and they are updating this game very weirdly with sporadic updates. There was basically no content on launch, and I said within my big 50-minute long video where I talked about Vanguard Zombies and all of the issues with it, I said they need to drop a survival round-based version of Shi No Numa. I said in that video it needs to happen, it's not a matter of if, it needs to happen. People are not a fan of Dirt and Fang at all, and honestly I really didn't think they were going to do this, because when they announced Season 1, they never announced a round-based version of Shi No Numa, so this must have been something that wasn't really planned back then, but due to all of the community hate and feedback, they have decided to listen to fans, because originally there wasn't supposed to be any round-based content in this game, but round-based Shi No Numa is dropping tonight. Like I said, it's at 9 PM Pacific time on January the 11th, which is midnight, 12 AM Eastern time on January 12th with the mid-season update. I will be having gameplay on my channel and showcasing everything as well. So yeah, they said this update brings classic survival gameplay to Shi No Numa in the new Void objective, which will also serve as the introduction to the new Dark Ether entity and story quest coming in Season 2. Players will first need to unlock access to Von List's office, a previously closed off area in Stalingrad where narrative secrets and a mysterious new portal await. So if you guys are unaware, we actually already know what Von List's office looks like, because it can already be seen on the map in the background and people have managed to glitch out into Von List's office, but there is going to be a portal here. Of course, this portal is going to play a big role in Dirt and Fang's main quest when it eventually releases. Anyways, it continues by saying step through to travel to the Void in Shi No Numa, where you'll advance through rounds by defeating increasingly difficult endless waves of the undead, just like in traditional zombies from previous games. Clear the current wave of zombies and the round goes up. Upgrade your weapon at the Pack-a-Punch machine, grind those camos and survive as long as you can, you know the drill. Once you've completed 3 rounds in the Void, you'll be faced with 2 choices, flee or survive. If you choose to stay and fight, you will earn 5,000 bonus essence for every 3 rounds you survive in the Void. If you make it through 12 rounds or more, you'll earn a unique reward that prevents your perks from dropping below tier 2 whenever you go down for the rest of the match. Survive long enough and you might even discover new details about where the story is heading next. So what I want to clarify here is that round-based Shi No Numa is not going to be a separate map to Dirt and Fang, it's going to be a part of Dirt and Fang. So you will be able to go in a portal to Von List's office that will take you to the survival version of Shi No Numa, and you will have the choice whether you want to just continue surviving past 3 rounds in there and you can just play like normal classic zombies. You can just play survival, or you can come back to the map and play Dirt and Fang as usual and continue completing objectives. And there are benefits and disadvantages to doing either option. So round-based Shi No Numa is not going to be a separate map, it's going to be part of Dirt and Fang, but you will have the choice in which gameplay style you want to play. Whether you want to play like survival or you want to play classic Dirt and Fang, you will have that choice there. And I think this is honestly a really good decision by Treyarch, and it just makes things a bit more unique. But let me know what you think of that idea in the comment section down below. I do wonder whether Shi No Numa is going to be opened up so you can play on the entirety of Shi No Numa, or whether it's just going to be within the hut that we have access to within the current objective. But yeah, recently in the files of the game, an objective called Forever Blitz was found, and I guess this is that objective. This is Forever Blitz that was found in the files. Anyways, it continues by saying once the portal to the Void has been opened, it will never close during your match. When you are ready to head back to Stalingrad to upgrade your perks and covenants, you can leave after surviving 3 rounds and return at any time. To help you along the way, you will earn a sacrificial heart each time you complete at least 3 rounds in the Void and successfully escape back to Stalingrad. Of course, if you are looking to go for high rounds, you'll also want to spend those hearts on upgrading your artifacts before heading back in, and that's where the Tomb of Rituals comes in. So this is the next new feature that is going to be releasing with the update tonight. So we are now going to be able to level up our artifacts in the game via the Tomb of Rituals, which you can see on screen. Basically, this is a book by the Societe Occult, and there's different pages of the different Dark Ether entity runes on them, and it allows you to upgrade your artifacts. And this is huge for the storyline. I've already talked about it within my entire Cold War Zombies and Vanguard Zombies storyline video, linked in this video's description. Highly recommend to check out. But in that video, I go over the backstory and storyline for the Tomb of Rituals. But in terms of the gameplay, so this is going to, as we were saying, allow you to level up your artifacts. You are going to need some serious previous buffs for your Dark Ether powers if you want to survive in the new Void. The new Tomb of Rituals in Stalingrad can provide those upgrades, with additional abilities waiting to be unlocked at each of the 4 new tiers within its pages, so you can invest your sacrificial hearts at the Tomb of Rituals to unlock the following upgrades during a match. So for Frost Blast, tier 1 just freezes normal and special enemies for 3 seconds once they have been in the Frost Blast zone for 0.5 seconds. For tier 2, it increases the Frost Blast radius by 100%. For tier 3, it increases the number of charges from 1 to 3. And for tier 4, frozen normal enemies are insta-killed when damaged. For Energy Mine, tier 1 stuns normal and special enemies hit by the Energy Mine for 3 seconds. Tier 3 explodes 3 times in a row with a 0.75 second delay between explosions. Tier 3 increases the number of charges from 1 to 3. Tier 4 increases the explosion radius by 66%. Then for Ether Shroud, tier 1 automatically reloads weapons when activated. Tier 2 deals 500% bonus melee damage while active. Tier 3 gains 50% move speed while active. Duration extended from 5 seconds to 8 seconds. Tier 4 increases the number of charges from 1 to 2. For Ring of Fire, tier 1 for normal enemies inside the ring take damage equal to 2% of their max HP every second. Tier 2, players within the ring use ammo from stock. Tier 3, staying within the ring for up to 10 seconds increases the duration from 15 seconds to 20 seconds. For tier 4, staying within the ring for up to 10 seconds increases your damage bonus by 50% to 75%. Your Dark Ether powers will become indispensable at high rounds, with each artifact playing a far more important role for your squad survival than before. Try experimenting with each new set of upgrades and you may just discover your new go-to ability. So all of the Dark Ether powers on launch have been very underwhelming. They really weren't good at all compared to the field upgrades in Cold War Zombies, but now via the Tomb of Rituals you are going to be able to upgrade them in game, which is really sweet. Now next up, there are new Pack-a-Punch camos coming to Vanguard Zombies, which for some reason didn't launch with any Pack-a-Punch camos. So this update brings back the classic Zombies feature Pack-a-Punch. This really shouldn't be DLC, this should have been there on launch, but nevertheless, better late than never. Each time you upgrade your weapon at the Pack-a-Punch, it will be wrapped in a unique camo to visually set it apart from the weapon's base version. Your camo will change in appearance with each new Pack-a-Punch upgrade to tier 3, and pre-Pack-a-Punch loot weapons will also display 3 new camos once you pick them up from the mystery box or defeat Sturm Kriegers, which are the explosive zombies. So it turns out the Pack-a-Punch camo is actually the diamond camo from Infinite Warfare, but they've just changed the color to purple. Now, it's going to have different variations in the game, obviously 3 different variations, different colors, but yeah, that's just nice that we're finally getting a Pack-a-Punch camo, even though it is one we've seen before. I guess it's better than nothing. It does suck that Vanguard is basically getting DLC features that should have just been there on launch. That does suck, but like I was saying, it's better late than never. Treyarch are just overwhelmed right now. They have a lot on their plate. The next thing we're going to be seeing is support weapons coming to Vanguard Zombies. So currently there's no score streaks in the game, unlike Black Ops Cold War Zombies, but they are adding score streaks. So kill streak weapons are joining the support menu at the crafting table when you need some extra firepower against the undead or find yourself cornered in the void. Bring out the big guns and cause some carnage. Once you've collected enough salvage, you'll be able to build the explosive war machine or the devastating death machine at the crafting table. These will also be available in the mystery box at a random chance, just like the score streaks in Cold War Zombies, but yeah, they're only adding 2 so far. Of course, there will be more score streaks coming in the future seasons, but right now there's just 2. So let's go over to the next thing. So expand your arsenal. So they are bringing some protective gear to your loadouts and the mystery box this week, along with 2 more weapons unlockable through in-game challenges. Get ready to add the Combat Shield Katana and brand new Wellgun SMG to your collection in this week's update. So you'll be able to have some new weapons in the mystery box and unlock some more. In Zombies, the Combat Shield will mitigate a portion of damage from the direction you are facing when it's raised and protect your back from partial rear damage when it's stowed as an added bonus. The shield can't break, but you'll still take some damage when using it, so you'll need to stay on your toes. Paired with the right covenants with Combat Shield, the Combat Shield just might become your new favorite weapon to help you out of some sticky situations. So I can't wait to use the Combat Shield in Zombies. It's going to be really interesting and very different to all the weapons we have currently. You will also be able to unlock the Katana melee weapon and the new Wellgun SMG for your loadouts via 2 new challenges. So for the Katana in Zombies, you will have to get 5 rapid kills with a melee weapon during 50 different portal objectives. For the Wellgun SMG in Zombies, you have to get 5 rapid critical kills with an SMG during 50 different portal objectives. Next up, the big thing that a lot of people are wanting is a dedicated server pause. Right now, the mode just doesn't have a pause in server matches. You can't even pause the game on solo. And yeah, that's really annoying unless you are playing offline. And because there's no dedicated servers, the game will disconnect if you are inactive for a few minutes. Even on solo, if you go to the toilet and you just leave your game on, it will still disconnect from the match. And there's also a bunch of issues with lag and screen tearing and stuff like that. They did say the process of adding servers for solo and single player private matches isn't as simple as flipping a switch. Like all of you, they wanted dedicated server pods for solo players to be included sooner, and the amount of work required to get it right has frankly taken longer than they would have liked. Thanks for your patience while they wrap up its implementation in an upcoming update. So server pods is not coming in the mid-season update. A lot of people were thinking it was coming, but it turns out that is incorrect. It is not coming. Trek wanted it to release with the mid-season update, but unfortunately it's taken longer to implement than they would have liked. So we are going to be waiting a bit longer. Next up, they said, looking ahead, if you've been paying attention to the narrative intel and conversations between our Dark Aether entities in Season 1, you might have an idea of where we are heading in Season 2. In addition to a new hub map located elsewhere on the globe, we'll be taking players to multiple arenas, including the Dark Aether itself in a completely original location crafted for Vanguard Zombies. So this is DLC 2. And what is DLC 2, you may ask? Well, I think the new hub area is in fact the multiplayer map Desert Siege in Egypt. So this is going to be the new DLC 2 map that seems like it's going to be releasing in Season 2. I don't know if at the start of Season 2 or Season 2 Reloaded, but it seems like it's going to be just like Dirt and Fang, where Stalingrad is the central hub and then there's portals to take you to other locations. It seems like that's going to be the same with DLC 2. So it's not going to be a different mode, it's going to be the same as Dirt and Fang. So the main hub location where the Pack-a-Punch, the Covenants and the crafting table, etc. are located, as well as the perks, is going to be, I believe, Desert Siege. And then there'll be portals to take you to other locations, including a location in the Dark Aether itself, which I'm really excited to explore. I know a lot of people are going to be very annoyed about this, but yeah, we know we are heading to Egypt in the next map because Cortifex has been talking about it within the radios and the intel for the game, which I have already posted videos on. I'll play a couple clips from them right now.
Be advised that another area of operations is underway. You may hear radio traffic from our unit in the eastern desert of Egypt. Theirs is a mission vital to protecting our most valuable ally, Herr Cortifex. Requests from this task force get top priority.
We each had our favorite mortals to visit. For me, the Greeks. For Cortifex, the Egyptians.
I was not on the expedition that recovered the scepter. All I know is it was found in Egypt's eastern desert, far from the great cities of antiquity. I heard there was a temple to Osiris there, long forgotten and not mentioned in ancient records.
Drake went on to say there's plenty more in the works for Season 2, including multiple wonder weapons, more survival gameplay, a new story quest, the introduction of a new Dark Aether entity, a new enemy type, new objective gameplay, and more. We are also working on future Zombies content, and we are not even done updating our roster of operators in Black Ops Cold War. So Black Ops Cold War is getting Year 2 updates. More operators are coming to Black Ops Cold War. Hopefully we get even more content, like maybe multiplayer maps or something like that in the future, but more operators are coming. We don't know who they are, maybe potentially Zykov. I'm not exactly sure who are coming as operators, but yeah, Black Ops Cold War getting more content. In terms of Vanguard Zombies, there's multiple wonder weapons coming. We know a ray gun is coming, it's been found in the files of the game, but there's going to be another wonder weapon, at least one, coming to Vanguard Zombies as well, and we don't know what that is, but I'm excited to see what it is. And they said there's a new Dark Aether entity coming as well, which could potentially be Spragmus, and maybe he's going to be the one to build a Dark Aether wonder weapon, and that could be one of the new wonder weapons coming, similar to the Chrysalax that he also made that we got on Forsaken. They said, until then, we hope you enjoy this mid-season update, and we can't wait for you to jump into the void. So in Season 2, we are also going to be seeing the Dirt and Fang main quest. So I'm guessing we're going to get the main quest, which is probably going to be at the start of Season 2, and then the next DLC map map, where the central hub is in Egypt, Desert Siege is probably going to be mid-Season 2, the Season 2 Reloaded update, and the main quest coming to Dirt and Fang will probably see the introduction of Spragmus, I would assume, which might give us a new Dark Ether artifact. Either it's Spragmus or another Dark Ether entity. We will have to wait and see. There's no confirmation on who they are. There is also some leaked upcoming content coming to the game. Apparently there's an Outbreak-esque mode coming. Healing Aura is coming as a Dark Ether artifact upgrade. There's the potential for a possible Grief-esque mode, which I've already made a video on before. Gun game, as well as cranked modes have been found in the game, and possible Hellhound rounds are coming. That's everything I wanted to go over in today's video. I'll be covering all of this when the update drops, and a quick reminder that this video has been sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends if you want to claim your free loot in the game. Anyways, thank you for watching the video, and make sure to subscribe if you're not here for the latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.